Hello, I'm your superhero critic, and I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome. And it's Friday the 13th once again, and it is time for another Jason related comic book. This time, he's going head to head with a different slasher. Jason Vs Leatherface was released in 1995 as a three-issue comic book miniseries written by Nancy A. Collins and David Imoff, illustrated by Jeff Butler and published by Top Comics. The miniseries is a crossover between Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and is considered non-canon in regards to both franchises. The three issues focus around a revived Jason finding his way into the Sawyer's home, and at first becomes one of the family, only to eventually try to kill the Sawyers. So let's take a look at the first issue of Jason versus Leatherface. The first issue's cover is amazing as the two slashers are shown front and center, attacking each other with the logo above them. While the art is nothing like the art in the comic, it's still semi-good, and I feel like it could be in a playing card. The next Chainsaw Massacre is on Friday the 13th. Well then, I'm staying home until Saturday the 14th. Make that Sunday the 15th. Once, not so long ago, Crystal Lake was a place where people came to enjoy summer's idyll, to see nature's beauty, and maybe to fall in love. But that was before Jason. And now they just die. The story continues to talk about Jason and his evil surrounding the camp lake, as we see he is still trapped underwater, desperate for an escape. He must be patient. He has had to wait before time is meaningless to one such as he. And after all, because a blanket would just get soggy underwater. Our story is called Goin' South. Is that what they call it now? Go to the Wayland Corporation, which is a big tycoon company that wants to drain Crystal Lake in order to make it into a set of towers in order to move their plants to Mexico. Wayland, I like the way you think. Can we get tacos while we're there? Wayland makes his way to Crystal Lake to see how the draining of it is going, and the guy tells him not to worry about it, that he'll take care of it his way before a paranoid elder tries to warn them of impending doom, which they of course ignore as they grab Jason's body from the bottom of the lake. Nah, it's just a stupid fairy tale. Something to scare the rubes. Listen, I've helped big businesses sweep its shit under the carpet for over 20 years. And the amount of dust bunnies is ridiculous. The filth from the lake is then loaded onto a truck and then onto a train at the same time a homeless man is on the run and his dog manages to sneak aboard it. Hold on, Winky. This here's Tuesday. You know Bath Day is Saturday.
You nasty.
Jason breaks free and sets his sights on the old man who is just trying to be friendly, but Jason doesn't care as he responds by cutting the man's wrist off and then decapitating him. Then he sees the dog by his foot. And then the comic shows something that I can't show on YouTube, which is the dog being killed. So, yay. Let's keep going. The train hits its next stop as Jason takes his anger out on two unsuspecting train workers, snapping one's neck, slicing one in the face, and yeeting the third by grabbing his jaw and throwing him into a wall, crashing the train in the progress, creating a massive explosion.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. They blow things up and then walk away.
Jason finds himself walking into the Sawyer's family forest and runs into a victim running away from it. Please, Jesus, if you just let me live, I'll do whatever you want me to. I'll stop drinking, swearing, screwing around, you name it. even start respecting women in the LGBT? Our unfortunate victim thinks he's getting help, but Jason goes to swing his machete only to be interrupted by the hitchhiker, who summons his brother. I said we's got ourselves some more meat on the hoof. I want more barbecue ribs. Killers have their first tussle as Jason defends himself against Leatherface, with Hitchhiker cheering his brother on. Jason manages to get the saw out of Leatherface's hands. Shit, fire, he got the saw! Now who's gonna carve the turkey? The civilian should have booked it since he's killed instead, and Jason then just picks up the chainsaw, hands it back to Leatherface. Much to Hitchhiker's delight, as he invites Jason over to the barbecue. Don't want to forget the head cheese! Gotta give those sandwiches some dandruff. Jason begins to question his emotions through the narration boxes since he was hesitant to attack the Sawyers and doesn't understand his own feelings. Hitchhiker lets Cook know that they are home, but Cook is quick to be angry over Jason being brought to the house until he's shown that it was Jason that killed the man and that he has a potential honorary Sawyer. During the argument, though, Hitchhiker makes fun of Leatherface over him losing his chainsaw, which makes Leatherface cry and run upstairs. Great, now you've gone and hurt the autistic serial killer. Jason lets the two of them continue their bickering as he investigates upstairs and begins to question more as he sees Leatherface crying and see himself in the other slasher. If Jason can show some empathy, why can't other people? Jason lets Leatherface know that dinner is ready, so the family then gathers around the table, including Aunt Amelia and Grandpa, and our comic ends with our silent killer telling the family his name through finger paint. And that was the first issue of Jason versus Leatherface. I enjoy this. I really do. It's a really good comic. Is it the best art? No, but you know what you're getting when you read a comic literally called Jason versus Leatherface. It's violence. It's what you're getting with a serial killer comic book. Could it be better? Yeah. And hopefully the second two issues get even better than this one. I'm your superhero critic. Happy Friday the 13th. And always remember, I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome.